So Satan tried to rule. He tried to rule without the image of God, and this is where it gets us. The world became corrupt, very corrupt. The world doesn't reflect the glory of God anymore. The earth doesn't reflect His holiness. The earth doesn't reflect His kindness, His love. The earth doesn't reflect His humility. The earth became corrupt before God. And that is the result you get when you want to rule without the image of God, is chaos. Because power is only controlled by character. Power is only controlled by the image and likeness of God. Without the image and likeness of God, power will turn you into a beast. Power is a dangerous thing to handle without God's image. And that is what happened to Satan. The destruction of Satan is not like God was punishing him. The destruction of Satan was coming from the law of his creative order. Because by the law of his creative order, he's not created to rule. He's not created to dominate. He's not created to have dominion. So when he tries to have dominion, when he tries to rule, when he tries to dominate, he's violating the law of his creative order, which means he's violating the law of power, which means the power that he seeks to control will evidently cause destruction. And that's why you should never ever in your life trust any entity that doesn't have the image of God and sits in the place of power. It's very destructive. It's very dangerous. You cannot have someone sitting in the place of power that lacks image, that lacks the image of God. So Satan seeks to dominate the earth without the image of God. And that's why the earth became corrupt. Because the only thing power can achieve without God's image is destruction. Total destruction. And power destroys the carrier of it if you don't have the image of God. Because power only submits to God's image. Power only submits to God's likeness. Power only submits to God in heaven and man on earth. So anything outside of that is absolute chaos. And in my next video, I will explain to you Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. Because people seem to confuse that, but God is perfect. Why is God creating the heavens and the earth became dark?